Are you afraid that little ones in your ESL classroom won't understand you when you speak to them? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the top tip for teaching ESL to toddlers and preschoolers. So stick around because this one's a game changer. Hi, I'm Adriana. Welcome back to my channel, the place for teachers and anybody living their multicultural life. Okay, this one is going to be a quick one today, but I want to talk to you about IDT, Infant Directed Talk. Now, IDT is also known as Infant Directed Speech or Motherese, and sometimes even as baby talk. But this is not the type of baby talk that you associate with like, oh, let's take the toot-toot when you're talking about the choo-choo train, or let's look at the woof-woof when you're talking about the dog. Not at all. This is the type of speech that mothers use all over the world when they speak with their children. This type of speech is characterized by a higher voice, a lot more intonation when we speak. Of course, I'm exaggerating. It's also characterized by very clear enunciation of the words, slower sentences, a lot of repetition of the same words or the same clauses, more pauses between sentences, and exaggerated facial mimicry. And this is the type of speech that actually comes natural to people when they've got a baby in front of them. Babies love motherese. In fact, babies prefer to listen to adults speaking to other babies using IDT, motherese, as opposed to adults speaking to other adults. In fact, they like it so much, they even prefer it when the adult is speaking a foreign language. Now, in a study from 1995 by Golinkoff and Aliotto, it was noted that children, or infants I should say, actually learned more foreign words when they were presented in IDT. So my message to you today, from teacher to teacher, is to simply stop worrying about it. Go back to basics. When you're working with very young children, like toddlers and preschoolers, kind of forget that you are a teacher and try to kick into mother mode or auntie mode, because when you adopt IDT, motherese, infant directed talk, you will become much more relaxed. You will go a little bit slower. You will smile a little bit more, and the way you present words is going to be much more natural. Now, let me get my doll here. I know that sometimes when we want to present a doll, you might just say, oh, look at the doll. I have a doll. Isn't she cute? She's got a red dress and black hair, and she's my favorite doll in the whole world. But when you're working with the little ones, now remember, when you're working with older ones, you can use different strategies. But when you're working with really young children that don't understand the language you're using, you've really got to stretch out every single word so that they can map out exactly how the language sounds. So when you present your doll, you're going to present your doll. Look at my doll. She has a beautiful red dress. Oh, isn't that a pretty dress? And her hair is so brown. My doll has brown hair and a red dress. And it's really hard to do looking at the camera. I think it would be easier if I had a child in front of me. But you see what I'm doing here? I'm stretching the words. I'm putting a lot of smiles in there. My tone is kind of sing-song as I present the information about my doll. The more I use motherese, the more natural I will be when I work with the kids. And the more natural I am, first of all, the more confident I become, but also the more the language comes out in a very normal way. Forget about teaching. Go back to the basics. You'll find that when you stop worrying about exactly what you're presenting and you concentrate more on how you're presenting it, your kids will learn faster. And it's kind of funny, isn't it? I mean, language molds the relationship just like the relationship molds language. It's one of these spiral things. And because relationships are so important, the last thing you want to do is go switching back between languages, back and forth. You don't know why? Then you've got to watch the video that's on your screen right now to find out. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.